And the third of the Powerpuff Girls is Bubbles. And Bubbles is aptly named What's up YouTube? Jason here, Morph Mixology. Welcome back to the channel. Obviously not in the snake room today, we're in my kitchen actually, because in this box is 7 new snakes that we have recently got. They're currently in quarantine, that's why they're all together. I don't quarantine them together in one box, but it's okay that they're in one together. I didn't do an unboxing because I was out of town and I'm going back out of town again, and I needed to get them established in their quarantine tubs in my office downstairs. So instead we're gonna do a pseudo unboxing of all 7 of the new snakes that we got. And we do have 2 more on the way that are not here yet. That's okay, I'll show you those later. But yeah, let's come on in here. We'll do like a really cool top-down shot and go over everything we've got in our new quarantine. All right guys, so we'll start off first here because he's trying to get out. So we'll give him the first shot. This is Pharaoh. Pharaoh is a cinnamon ultramel male and just gorgeous. I love his color, the really dark rich kind of purples. Everybody calls them purples. It's more of a kind of a grayish brown color, but really nice coloration on him. Ultramel obviously being a recessive trait. We have the pinstripe ultramel female Cleopatra already, hence the name Pharaoh. He should be ready to go by next season, by this fall. So hoping to make some cinnamon pinstripe, Cinepin ultramels. I've not seen them yet. They've probably been done somewhere, but I've never seen one, so I'm pretty excited to see what that looks like. Getting this really nice rich color and pattern into the color into the pinstripe ultramel pattern. So, and Pharaoh came from Josh Brunner. I think he's changed his Instagram name recently, so I'll have the current Instagram in the description down below. But Josh Brunner, he's been super helpful. We've actually had this guy purchased for quite a while, but we've been waiting for the weather to clear up. So he was super nice about getting that done for us, and now we've got Pharaoh here. This next girl comes from Carson Phelps at Herps Etc. This is Opera, and Opera is a phantom yellow belly female. Just beautiful. I love how dark her back is, how high contrast the pattern is. The yellow belly working with the Phantom. Phantom does some really cool stuff with pattern and color, especially in light morphs like Banana or maybe even Ultramel. We might have to see how that goes. That'd be kind of cool. A Phantom Ultramel would probably be pretty nice. We've obviously got a long way to go to make a decision on what to put her with. She's only about 60 grams, but Carson says that she's eating really well, so we'll know here shortly. Actually feeding since tonight, so we'll see how she does. But her name again, Phantom, obviously. Phantom of the Opera. The female, Phantom Yellow Belly. Alright, all of these next 5 came from Matt Byram Exotics in Texas. Matt kind of took me under his wing, has been mentoring me a little bit, been super helpful in explaining some things, helping me with the breeding and wanting to get me more into this project. So the next 5 females are all scaleless head females. They all have the scaleless head genes, super form of which produces a full scaleless, and they're all girls. This first one from Matt is the Pastel scaleless head female. From all the stuff I've seen, Pastel does wonders in scaleless head anyway, because scaleless head has such a brightening effect on combos, and so does Pastel a lot of times. So you can see her flaming and her color, and that is just awesome for a Pastel. She's really bright. Got a pretty nice, see if I can get her to settle down here a little bit. Pretty nice I'd say medium expression scaleless head. The expression is very similar. I would equate it to, say, pied, where you can have anywhere from 100% white pieds, or what they refer to as the white wedding, if it's done with spider anyway, to close to, if not 0% white pied. So it doesn't necessarily mean it is or is not scaleless head if you don't see it on the head itself. If it produces scaleless heads, obviously it is. So, but she's about a medium expression, I'd say. This girl's name is Buttercup. We have 3 that you'll notice fall into the Powerpuff Girls lines. We do have Blossom and Bubbles as well coming up. So this is Buttercup the Pastel scaleless head. Now this next girl is just coming out of shed, so she doesn't look her best, but she's still a really, really beautiful animal. This one is Blossom, and Blossom is the Super Pastel scaleless head. And you can see hers, much higher expression scaleless head. Very cool looking. And as a Super Pastel, obviously the blushed head, the busier pattern, and the much brighter contrast, but added with that scaleless head gene, she is really, really bright yellow. I hope the camera picks it up. She's really, really bright yellow with nice contrasting blacks. I'm hoping when she sheds, I'm hoping she sheds before this video comes up so I can put a picture of her on Instagram. She should be super bright and really high contrast. Like I said, she's just coming out of shed now, so really, really nice. This obviously gives us a guarantee of pastel in a project, or in the scaleless head project when we breed her. And as you can tell, the pastel and the scaleless head work really well together. Super Pastel scaleless head. And the third of the Powerpuff Girls is Bubbles. And Bubbles is aptly named because she's a champagne. Yeah, we're real clever around here with our names sometimes. This is Bubbles, the champagne scaleless head. They're all on the move right now because it's feeding day, hopefully, and we got them out into the warm sun, so they started moving around a little bit. But this is champagne scaleless head. This is Bubbles. Fairly, so you get her calm down, decent expression, fairly high. Really, really nice example. And this is what I like to refer to as a dirty, kind of a dirty champagne, and I really like it. My wife and I really like that. There's still pattern to be seen in the back, obviously, but it's got that kind of muddy color to it, which is really cool. So super excited to add the champagne and pastel. It might be kind of cool to maybe add some of the, like my pastel Enchi scaleless head male to this. You know, Enchi and champagne work so well together anyway to bring out more patterns. So who knows what a Enchi champagne scaleless would look like, but we might get to find out. So this is Bubbles, the champagne scaleless head. This next one might spark a little controversy, might not, I don't really care, and it's not the point of this video. But this is Wilma the Woma scaleless head. Fairly low expression, but really pretty nonetheless. Looks very much like spider. I know it is in the same complex. They are not compatible. You put spider to Woma or champagne or whatnot, they're lethal combos. But as you can see, just in how she's moving, she is rock solid. There's no, I mean, I can turn her around, I can flip her upside down. There's no wobble here. There's nothing to be all worked up over. I have spider in the collection. I intend to keep it that way. And if we have a spider that has a severe neurological problem, we won't breed it. It's that simple. So, but I don't have any that have severe wobble. I don't have any that have any perceivable wobble, honestly. But she's on the move today. But this is Wilma the Woma scaleless head. And last but certainly not least, this girl, when I got from Matt, Matt told me that or sold her to me rather, as a possible scaleless head. As you guys know, scaleless head is not, it either is or it isn't. It's not like a heterozygous form of a recessive trait. But like I mentioned earlier, like in pieds, you can go from very, very high expression to very, very low or almost no expression, and that's what we have here. So either way, I'm not too worried about it. We'll find out if she is or is not. But this is Mulan the Bamboo possible scaleless head. So I'm real excited to have Bamboo in the collection now, especially in the form of a female. This is a white snake maker, part of the Bell complex. So that is something to keep in mind. I don't want to necessarily make more white snakes with this, but Bamboo does some really nice stuff, especially in the lighter morphs. I've noticed in like clown and even with spider it looks really cool. But it does some really cool stuff. You can see no expression, no perceivable expression anyway. Doesn't mean it's not. Matt's fairly confident that she will prove to be scaleless head. So I guess we'll find out when we get there. By the time she's ready, we might have a full scaleless male that we can use, and if we produce more scaleless, then great, and if not, everything will be scaleless head. So either way, got a beautiful Bamboo in the collection now. Bamboo possible scaleless head, female, Mulan. Alright guys, well there you go. That's the newest additions to the collection. They're down in my office in quarantine currently, or right here currently, but they've been out in the office in quarantine about a week now. We're gonna try to feed them tonight. That'll be the first feeding we've had with any of these so far. Carson, Josh, and Matt have all said they've been eating really well, so fingers crossed that we can continue that and get them going. Super excited to have them in the collection. Thank you to all three of those guys. They've been really helpful with either getting quick shipping or holding them until weather has allowed the shipping, and been really flexible on payment. It's been really nice to work with. Carson, this was the first time I'd worked with Carson. I've been working with Josh for a little while now, so it's really nice. And then Matt, like I said, Byram has been an exceptional help and mentor in the past few months. So thank you so much to those guys. Their descriptions, all three of those guys will be in the description down below. Progress pictures will be coming up with these. Hopefully the Super Pastel sheds by the time this video comes out, and I will put a picture up of her on Instagram. If you're not following Instagram, obviously, I think that's right here on the screen. Let's put it right here. At Morph Mixology on Instagram and Facebook, of course. Head over there, follow us on those. That's where the majority of all of our stuff lives, is on Instagram. That's also where announcements of eggs and hatchlings will happen first. So there will be videos of them on here, of course, but it's going to be hard to hold back and resist not showing you guys right away when we get our first eggs, when we get our first hatchlings. Eggs should be on the ground any day now from a couple girls, anytime between now and the end of the month. So we are right there. We're in the middle of it now. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already, like the video. Give me a comment down below which of these was your favorite. What would you add to the scaleless head project, genes wise? And is there anything in particular that you think that the Phantom Yellow Belly should be kind of positioned towards down the road? Let me know your thoughts and comments, and I'll see you guys next week. See ya.